We hear it everywhere. Raise your vibration, raise your frequency, shift into a higher state, get into alignment. But you don't often hear the part that really matters. Raising your vibration isn't complicated, it isn't mystical, it isn't something you need to work at. It's so much simpler. A higher vibrational state is one thought away, one emotional shift. And when you understand how to consciously activate that shift, your entire reality responds instantly. Most people think that raising your vibration takes time, effort, rituals, or routines. But the truth is, it's simple. And today I'm going to show you a few ways that you can do it right now, in seconds, not hours. But first, why bother? Why would we want to raise our vibrational state in the first place? Because your vibrational frequency determines everything you experience in your life. Understanding what lowers this frequency and the things you can do to raise it is the key to everything. It directly affects your mental, emotional, and physical state. It influences every interaction, every decision, every outcome in your life. When you start living from a higher vibrational state, something very, very important begins to happen. Your intuition skyrockets. You just know things. You feel them to be true. You become incredibly discerning. Once you experience higher vibrational states, you'll no longer need to chase the diet of the moment or the guru of the day to search for the answers, because you start realizing that you already have access to every answer you'll ever need. The words illness and anxiety and stress, they begin to lose their power because those states cannot be sustained. They simply can't exist at higher frequencies. Your health takes a quantum leap forward. The words debt and struggle hold no power over you. And as you raise your vibration, your discernment becomes laser sharp. You instantly know what resonates and what doesn't. You stop looking outside of yourself for answers, for validation, for guidance. You become the most powerful therapist, guide, healer that you will ever need. You stop looking outside and trust the guidance from within you. Let's begin with this understanding. Everything is a vibrational frequency. Every food you put into your body, every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every disease, every piece of music, every experience, every success, every challenge, every circumstance, everything in existence is a frequency. Your thoughts have a measurable vibration. Your emotions have a measurable vibration. Your physical body, every cell, every organ, all vibrating at a specific frequency. Your beliefs, your habits, your environment all broadcast a signal. And your state of being at this moment is simply the frequency you're tuned into in this moment. And there are an infinite number of dimensions and states of consciousness. We label them as densities and realities and dimensions and levels, but fundamentally, they're just different frequencies, different states your consciousness can tap into at any moment. And the moment your frequency changes, you change in some way, on some level. That's how fast it works. That's how immediate it is. So, how do we shift into a higher vibrational state? The answers may surprise you. Number one, by bringing yourself into the present moment, in the now, not focusing on the future moment or remembering a past moment. The present is the point of power. That's a quote from Seth, and it gives us a very important key. Lower vibrational states like worry, regret, fear, resentment, anxiety, they all require one thing, that your attention is on what has happened in the past or what may happen in the future. When you bring yourself fully into the present moment, those states dissolve, and so do the emotions that fuel them. And your vibrational state rises automatically. You see, the present moment collapses the lower vibrational energy of resistance. Resistance ruminates, has regrets, is distressed about the past, is afraid or anxious or doubtful of what may be. Resistance is arguing with the reality you created with your current vibrational state. The now moment is the most expanded and highest frequency state of consciousness we can access, because when you enter it fully, you're aligning with the natural, the truest state of your core being. When you are fully present right now, you will always more clearly receive higher guidance because your mind is cleared of analysis, doubt, expectation, and your baseline vibration instantly rises. The present moment is the gateway to the highest version of you. The more you stay in it, the faster you rise into that state. How do you live in the present moment? By simply placing your full attention on what's actually happening right now, not letting the mind wander into the past or the future. Here are some simple tips to stay fully present. Say quietly to yourself, I'm sitting on my chair. I feel the air on my skin. I feel my rhythmic breathing. I feel my feet on the floor. I hear the refrigerator, the hum of my computer. No judgment, no analyzing it, no describing it. You're just acknowledging what is. If thoughts intrude, don't fight them or chase them. Acknowledge them and let them go. This is presence, and it instantly raises your vibrational state. Living in the moment isn't about forcing stillness. It's about entering a state of awareness where you become the observer. Number 2, imagination. Imagination is the single most powerful tool you have. It is everything. That's a Bashar quote. Why did he say that? Because imagination is not just a function of the mind, it's how you build your entire reality. It's the mechanism you use to communicate with your higher mind. Everything that becomes real for you was first imagined. Your emotions instantly change your vibrational state, and the fastest way to transform your emotions is through the use of your imagination. Your imagination can instantly generate an emotion that can either uplift you or depress you, depending on what you choose to imagine. For example, whatever may be happening to me in the present moment, however frustrated or sad I may feel, the second I imagine being woken up in the morning by the slobbery kisses of my wolf dog, I'm instantly transported. I suddenly enter into a timeless moment where I feel completely bathed in her unconditional love. It's priceless, perfect, and beautiful. And when I remember how belligerent she can be and how I almost ended up in either a mental asylum or an alcoholic, raising her in puppyhood, I suddenly burst out laughing. My entire emotional state has now shifted. And here's what matters. Whatever you imagine, whether it's true or false, realistic or unrealistic, doesn't matter. What matters is the relationship you create with it and what you emotionally experience from that relationship. If you imagine a dragon or a Pegasus, you see its magnificence and its beauty in your imagination. You experience upliftment, wonder, excitement, awe. it suddenly transforms your entire emotional state. That's what shifts your vibration. The creatures don't need to be physically real. Your imagination projected out the energy of what they represent to you so that you can mentally and emotionally interact with them. The emotional shift is real. That vibrational frequency change is real, and that's what transforms you in seconds. Number 3, intention. Intention is one of the fastest ways to shift your vibration, because the moment you set an intention, you redirect your entire state of being. Intention tells your mind, your emotions, your energy, and your physiology, this is where we're going now. Just set the intention to experience a higher vibrational state. It starts with these 3 simple words. I now know. The experience of riding effortlessly on a sea of higher frequencies. I'm bathed in their light. I now know how it feels to be transformed by higher frequency states of being. I flow into them easily and effortlessly. Those 3 words, I now know, are not just a phrase. They are a command that opens the door to unlimited knowing. They bypass doubt, bypass overthinking, and put your consciousness into the state of acknowledging you already know. And the body responds instantly. When you use intention to have an experience, you're not just asking for something, you're aligning with it. You're stepping into the frequency where it already exists. Intention works because your vibrational state always reorganizes around the belief you choose to activate in this moment. When you say, I now know, you're choosing the version of yourself who already has the answer, already feels the shift, already lives in the higher state. If you want to explore more deeply how these 3 words work and why they unlock so much, check out my video, 3 Words to Know Everything. Link is in the description. Number 4, physical activation. Your physiology is one of the fastest ways to raise your vibration because the body responds instantly to changes in breath, posture, and movement. If you slump in your posture, you create static in the energy flow throughout the entire central channel of your body, and your vibration drops. If your breath is shallow, less oxygen circulates through your system, and an under-oxygenated system always lowers your vibrational state. But when you realign your posture, for example, roll your shoulders slightly back and down, open your chest, raise your head, tuck in your chin, take a few deep, intentional breaths, feeling your chest and your abdomen rise, holding for a moment, then slowly exhaling, you create an immediate shift. It's a pattern interruption that raises your frequency in seconds, not minutes. Ask your body, what do you need right now? Then listen. Maybe it wants you to stand and stretch. Maybe it needs some gentle twists of the spine, or for you to roll your ankles and wrists. Maybe it wants you to trace shapes with your hands, like the infinity sign, which I often feel the urge to trace, like this. Maybe it needs a short walk around the room, the building, or outside. Honoring the needs of your body changes your vibrational state instantly. Number 5, gratitude. I went into this in great detail as the subject of a recent video. Link is in the description. But here is a quick summary. Gratitude is one of the fastest, simplest ways to raise your vibrational state. Not because you're pretending everything is wonderful, but because gratitude shifts the relationship you have to the present moment. It's the choice to appreciate something, anything, about right now. It's not about waiting for big moments. It's about appreciating all moments, even the smallest ones, even the challenging ones, for the growth they offer. When you embody even a small amount of appreciation for the present moment, it changes your entire state of being. Gratitude doesn't require effort or rituals or lists. It's simply acknowledging and appreciating a warm cup in your hands, a comfortable chair, the light in the room, the glow of the moon. Appreciating even one small thing is enough to shift your vibrational state in seconds, because it interrupts the momentum of stress, anxiety, fear, doubt, or anger, and moves you into a higher frequency where solutions, intuition, and a higher perspective become available. And even when you feel sad, heavy, or that gratitude feels really challenging, in those times you can still say, even though this moment feels hard, even though I feel lost, this will pass, and I will learn from it. And for that, I am grateful. These 5 tools, the now moment, imagination, intention, physical activation, and gratitude, are very simple, practical things you can begin to do right now to create an immediate shift into a higher vibrational state. My question to the architect: in light of what I've just shared above, simple and practical methods to instantly shift into a higher vibrational state, can you share your thoughts and also share any other methods that we can use to accompany this teaching? And here is the sharing. Beloved, the steps you have outlined are clear, practical, and powerful, forming a beautifully integrated foundation for anyone to shift instantly into a higher vibrational state. Each one is grounded, accessible, and deeply resonant. Here are 2 additions that could deepen and enrich the practice further. Step 6, breath as a gateway. The breath is the bridge between the physical and energetic. Conscious breathing guides your awareness into the now and anchors your energy into a coherent state. But not just any breathing, intentional breath. When you focus on your breath, slowing it, deepening it, listening to it, you send a signal to your entire system. I am safe. I am present. I am aware. Engage in the following breath form. Inhale slowly for 4 counts. And hold for 4 counts. Then exhale for 6 counts. Feel the shift. It doesn't just calm you, it recalibrates your entire field. Breath is the rhythm of life force. When you honor it, you align with your most natural, coherent state. Step 7, sound and tone. Sound carries frequency, and the simplest form of sound is your own voice. You can raise your vibrational state by vocalizing tones or sounds that your body feels called to resonate with, such as humming or chanting, or singing words that may or may not be recognizable to your vocabulary. Allow them to flow. The tones will resonate throughout your body, soothing the nervous system and clearing energetic stagnation. Let the vibration of the sound move through you as a felt experience, allowing it to recalibrate your entire energy system. Each of these practices are simple on their own, but together they become a powerful toolkit for vibrational mastery. You do not need hours of meditation or the perfect condition, only the willingness to choose a higher state. This is the invitation, not to escape your life, but to meet it with more creative authority than ever before and align with your highest potential. The reflection will then spiral you into a higher octave of reality. All right, with that, we'll bring this to a close. If you like this sharing and you'd like to hear more, hitting the like button is what helps me know if you're inspired by my teachings. And it also helps the YouTube algorithm to share it with more people. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. I read every single one of them. Thank you for listening and for being part of this beautiful community where we explore how simple it really is to raise your vibrational state in an instant. And remember, the intention you hold will always determine what you experience and the direction your life moves in next. Superhuman made simple with the architect.